Hello, good evening. Now we are going to discuss about double fertilization. So during the process of double fertilization, two non-motile male gametes are utilized and one of the male gamete fuses with the young and another male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus. The first fusion is also called first fertilization and the second fusion is also called second fertilization. The first fertilization is called syngamy and the second fertilization is called triple fusion. So the fertilization which involves or the fertilization where two male gametes are utilized, such fertilization is called double fertilization. So one of the male gamete fuses with young and another male gamete fuses with secondary nucleus. So this double fertilization process was discovered by Nausin in the liliaceous plant like lilium. So during fertilization what happens? The fusion of male and female gamete occurs. So this fertilization process is actually followed by pollination. So pollination is immediately after pollination or pollination is followed by fertilization. So during pollination what happens? The pollen grains are deposited on the stigma. The pollen grains are deposited on the stigma where these pollen grains germinate, and during this process of germination what happens? The pollen grain absorb sugary secretion of the stigma and the pollen grain swells. During that process what happens? The pollen grain swells, the exine ruptures and entine comes out in the form of pollen tube. After that is after germination of pollen grain what happens? The pollen tube passes through the style, it pierces through the style, it passes through the style and then it enters into the ovule chamber and then into the ovule and then it pushes the embryo sac, and where the pollen tube then enters into the ovule and it bursts and releases to male gametes. So during this process what happens? Actually the pollination is the one of the important event. During that pollination, pollen grains are germinated on the stigma. Many pollen grains are deposited on the stigma. Most of these pollen grains are destroyed, while some pollen grains are germinated on the stigma. So the pollen tube passes through the style and enters into the ovary and then into the ovule. So after pollen grain has reached the surface of the stigma, it germinates and forms a pollen tube. The pollen tube penetrates the stigma style and then it enters into the ovary, where again it enters into the ovule. So the entry of pollen tube into the ovule occurs in a different manner. So this pollen tube enters into the ovary and then into the ovule. Most of the angiosperm shows anatropous type of ovule. So when pollen tube enters into the ovule through micropyle, such a process is called chorogamy. Sometimes this pollen tube enters into the ovule through chaliza. When this pollen tube enters into the ovule through chaliza, It is also called chalazogamy. So what is porogamy? The entry of pollen tube into the ovule through micropyle is called porogamy. Porogamy. So what is the chalazogamy? The entry of pollen tube into the ovule through chalaza, and so it is called chalazogamy. So what is chalazogamy? When pollen tube enters into the ovule through chalaza, so it is called chalazogamy. G-A-M-Y. Again, sometimes pollen tube enters into the ovule through integument, and such entry of pollen tube into the ovule through integument is called, that is, mesogamy. So, in this way, the pollen tube enters into the ovule by three methods, that is, porogamy, chalazogamy, and mesogamy. The pollen tube carries the two male gametes, and these two male gametes are non-motile. So when this pollen tube enters into the ovule, it carries two male gametes at its tip. There are two male gametes lies at the tip of the pollen tube, and this process of carrying these two male gametes towards the female gamete, that is egg, through the pollen tube. So pollen tube, when carries two non-motile male gamete towards the female gamete, such process is called siphonogamy. So why it is called siphon? Siphon means cavity, and during that process, what happens? Siphonogamy, the two non-motile male gametes are carried towards the female gamete through the pollen tube, and this process is called siphonogamy. Why it is called siphonogamy? Because siphon means cavity. Now this pollen tube, that is, pollen tube is just like a cavity, and it carries two non-motile male gametes. When this pollen tube carries two non-motile male gametes, so it is called siphonogamy. Siphon means cavity, and within that pollen cavity, two non-motile male gametes are lies enclosed within this pollen type. Two non-motile male gametes enclosed within the cavity of pollen tube, and so it is called siphonogamy. Transfer of these non-motile male gamete towards the female gamete through the pollen tube is called siphonogamy. Now, the pollen tube once enters into the ovule, it then pierces, it pushes the embryo sac, and when this pollen tube enters into the embryo sac by breaking one of the synergy, during this process, what happens? During that process of that is entry of pollen tube, what happens? The synergids, you know, these are the synergids are lies in that egg apparatus. When this pollen tube pierces into the ovule and then pushes the embryo sac, meanwhile, what happens? The pollen tube absorbs the watery solution of synergids, and it swells and bursts and releases two non-motile male gametes. When it releases two non-motile male gametes, that means one of the male gamete fuses with egg and another male gamete fuses with secondary nucleus. the one of the male gamete fuses with young, and such fusion, first fusion is called syngamy, and the another male gamete fuses with second nucleus. The second nucleus is diploid, and this another male gamete is haploid. So fusion product whatever resulted after the fusion of another male gamete and second nucleus is called triploid primary endosperm nucleus or PEN. So this primary endosperm nucleus is resulted after the fusion of one of the second male gamete with secondary nucleus. So this process is called triple fusion. So what is the syngamy? The fusion of one of the male gamete with young is called syngamy, and it results into diploid zygote. It results into diploid zygote. The male gamete once fuses with young, it is called syngamy, and the fusion product is diploid zygote, which grows into embryo. Soon after fertilization, zygote grows into embryo. Meanwhile, another male gamete, whatever fuses with the diploid second nucleus, results into PEN, primary endosperm nucleus, and it is 3N because it fuses with the diploid second nucleus. Another male gamete fuses with diploid second nucleus. So here second nucleus is diploid and the another male gamete is haploid. So resulted resulted product is triploid and it is represented as 3N. So primary endosperm nucleus resulted after the fusion of one of the male gamete with second nucleus, and this fusion is called triple fusion, and the resulted product is PEN, and such a PEN means primary endosperm nucleus, which later on grows into endosperm. Nourishing tissue lies in the seed. What is endosperm? It is a triploid tissue, lies in the seed and developed from PEN, and the PEN is the fusion product of triple fusion or secondary nucleus and another male gamete fuses with one another, and this fusion is called a triple fusion, and the resultant product is PEN, and PEN primary endosperm nucleus develops into endosperm, and endosperm lies in the seed, and the endosperm provides nourishment to the embryo. The embryo, is the short miniature of the future plant. The embryo later on after germination of seed gives rise to a new that is plant. So embryo is the forerunner of future plant. Embryo lies in that seed and a seed germinates. After germination of seed, the embryo comes out in the form of, so when seed germinates, that means when seed germinates, embryo comes out in the form of pluvule and radicle. So this zygote develops into embryo, and the embryo comes out during the germination of seed, that is in the form of plumule and radicle. So embryo lies in the seed and embryos give rise to new plant, young seedling. So this is about the fusion product of double fertilization, that is the syngamy and triple fusion. So after fertilization, what happens? The post fertilization changes are occurring. That is, after fertilization, ovule is converted into, this entire ovule is converted into seed, and the ovary is converted into fruit. So fertilization is important aspect in the life cycle of angiospermic plant, because without fertilization, if the fertilization is not occurring, then then the seed formation and fruit formation process are inhibited. The fruit formation or seed formation, these important events occurring after the fertilization. So fertilization process is the what is the significance of fertilization? Fertilization is the character of angiospermic plant. So it is a unique feature of angiospermic plant. The fertilization also restore diploid condition, that is haploid gamete, that is the male gamete, one of the male gamete, in whatever is haploid and female gamete is haploid, so it restore diploid condition. Fertilization restore diploid condition. So diploid zygote develops into embryo, and this diploid condition is restored during the fertilization. So these are the some that is significance. So fertilization, immediately after fertilization, there are some post-fertilization changes occurring after fertilization. That is, the fertilization ends. After the fertilization, what happens? The embryo is developed first, and another, the endosperm is developed. That is, PEN developed into endosperm. So fertilization results into fertilization. The fertilization gives rise to embryo, that is the lies in whatever the embryo lies in the seed, and fertilization also important phenomenon where it gives rise to PN, and primary endosperm nucleus develops into nutritive endosperm which lies in the seed. So this is also one of the important aspect of fertilization. Then another important significance of fertilization, that is, it also helps to avoid polyembryony. So what are the important features of fertilization? It gives embryo proper, then it also gives rise to endosperm, it restores diploid condition, it is the characteristics of angiosperm or unique feature of angiosperm, and it gives rise to embryo, endosperm, and it restores diploid condition, as well as it avoids the polyembryony. So these are the important features of fertilization, importance of fertilization. So what is double fertilization? The process of double fertilization involves utilization of two male gametes, that is whatever lies in that pollen tube. One of the male gamete fuses with egg, and it is called syngamy, and another male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus, and it is called triple fusion. So fertilization in angiosperm involves two male gametes, and so it is called double fertilization. And double fertilization is the characteristics or unique features of angiosperm. So this process of double fertilization is important because it starts after fertilization, or this fertilization process starts. The important events like formation of fruit and formation of seed. So fertilization also useful in the angiospermic, in the life cycle of angiospermic plant, because fertilization stimulate the formation of fruit and formation of seed. So fertilization is important as concerned with the life cycle of angiospermic plant. Without fertilization, the life cycle of angiosperm is never completed. So this is about the double fertilization in angiosperm.